This isn't the champion tonight. This is my next victim.
Well, let's talk about that fight. I mean, that is obviously why you're here. I'm assuming that you couldn't have missed this one. How do you see this one playing out, Colby?
I see it playing out the same way it did the first time. You know, it's going to be another Ultimate Foot Dancing Championship, but, you know, that's why they should have brought me in, to be the Ultimate Fighting Champion. But, you know, Marty's going to be stomping on Jorge Masvidal's feet, and it's going to be a boring fight. But, you know, at least I'm in the building so the fans can have some excitement.
Now, listen, if you and Kamaru do meet again in the octagon, how is that fight going to go differently?
It goes completely differently. I have a new gym around me, new coaches I've been with for the last year and a half. We've completely evolved and changed my game completely. So, you know, next time we fight, I've made a lot of adjustments. I saw the mistakes that I made in the first fight. I'm not going to make those same mistakes again. This is Colby Chaos 2.0, and when I get my hands on Marty, it'll be the last time he steps in that octagon.
It was one of the best fights that we've ever seen.
I need to know your reaction to Kamaru Usman defending his belt, knocking out Jorge Masvidal like we just saw in the main event.
You know, he took 8 minutes longer than when I would finish Jorge Masvidal every time we train. That guy's a journeyman. What's he got, 15, 20 losses on his record? That's not, you shouldn't be happy and praising yourself for beating a journeyman like that. The guy, there's a reason he's a backstabber, he's a street juice, he's a bum. I mean, if I lost the next 12 fights in a row, Megan, I still have a better record than journeyman Masvidal.
When you looked at this matchup, did you expect Kamaru to finish it with his hands?
I definitely knew it was a possibility because he puts the threat of the takedown, and that's what Masvidal was worried about. He's worried about the takedown. He didn't want to get taken down and gassed out, so he's worrying about getting taken down, and then boom, he hits him with the right hand. He has his hands down trying to defend the takedown. So I knew it was always a possibility, but it's a different style matchup when I fight Marty. He knows he can't take me down. I'm going to take him down to deep waters. I'm going to take him down, and I'm going to finish him. There's no more fake nut shots next time.
Let's say that does happen next. Ideally, when would you want to have that fight take place?
You know, looking at the schedule, it seems like the pay-per-view schedule is booked up all the way through July. So I think doing it in August makes sense. I think that's a good timeline. And, you know, it's not like Marty took any damage in the fight. It was a pretty flawless fight for him, you know, took him down, wore George out, and then George was tired, and he was able to throw a haymaker and land a big bomb. So, you know, he didn't take any damage. It was an easy, flawless victory over the Judas, and he needs to turn around and fight in a couple months. He was saying in the lead up to the fight, go look at some of the headlines, James. He was saying, oh, I want to fight 2 or 3 more times this year. So these are his own words, you know. So, okay, you want to talk about something, then be about it, man. Am I the only one that talks the talk and walks the walk? Because I speak facts when I talk. I'm ready to go, and everything I say is the truth. I don't come out here and make headlines just to make headlines.
You talked about being at the new gym. What do you think specifically you've improved on since the first time you guys fought, you know, being at MMA Masters and leveling up like you mentioned?
Just the timing. You know, I didn't understand the timing before. Like in fights, it was more just pressure pace. And, you know, I didn't have good guidance. And my old gym, you know, it's just a terrible gym. There's no chemistry there. Nobody, you know, is working together. Everybody's fighting against each other. I mean, there's cliques in that gym, and it's a bad environment, very toxic, James, and a lot of negative energy and bad things coming towards my way there. So I just think that understanding the timing and a lot better finishing skills now, you know, working with Daniel Valverde in the judo and jiu-jitsu. I mean, the guy's a black belt in both. And honestly, I think he's one of the best guys in the world at both sports, you know. So been working with him a lot on finishing submissions and a lot of my judo takedowns. And then Cesar Carnero just working a lot in the kickboxing, understanding ranges, and doing a lot more straight punches. Last time I fought Usman, I was throwing a lot of hooks. You know, that's not the path to get there the quickest. You know, the path to get there the quickest is straight down the pipe. So I understand that. I understand the timing, and I'm well-rounded. He's not going to be able to have the threat of takedowns to me. If anything, I'll take him down in the fight. So I want that rematch.